Nick, I got a shitter for you over here.
Oh my God. It would work.
Perfect. Dig a hole.
It's like a bidet. It's a bidet. We weren't able to camp in Rainier, but we camped nearby, and we spent the afternoon really gearing up for the day.
Took a little splish splash in the river before climbing the beast. Taylor always says accept me and protect me when she gets in the ocean, so I thought I would get in the glacier melt water and say it to the mountain before going up. I got really hot and sweaty packing in the parking lot. So it's like 1,000 degrees out.
Rainier was probably my most nerve-wracking mountain for the whole trip. We had to climb 10,000 feet. Danny had a hard cut that he had to leave for a family event, so we had to do it in 2 days.
Yeah, Nick.
Way too heavy. We had to go 5,500 feet, and it was in the heat of the day. It was pretty brutal.
About, I think, a mile and a half in to our day one Rainier approach. Some avalanche debris. I'm sweating like a flipping dog. Gotta keep going.
We had heard of a river crossing that we had to do where the trail was washed out. And fortunately, we were able to kind of billy goat our way across the side of it and make it work. But there was just so much melt and so much runoff on the Emmons Glacier and the Intermountain Glacier, which is the route we took on the north side. Are you having fun?
Home sweet home for the night. Oh my God, look at that.
And we got up on the rocky ridge, and there's the most cutest little numbered sites, and you can tell that they hadn't really been used yet this season because this side of the mountain just opened up.
Oh! Oh my God. Dude, Nick, you gotta eat one.
I don't like to.
Dude, you don't even taste it. All you taste is soy sauce and avocado.
I'll try it, but I don't want to waste it, dude.
Think like it's chicken. Literally, it's chicken. It's chicken of the sea. You don't like it. Man, I'm sorry.
It's not the worst, but I don't like it.
I know,
Totally
right?
epic.
With negative 40-degree bags and tents.
Going up there tomorrow.
Yeah, I was just thinking the exact same thing.
Everybody's excitement was really high because this is kind of a big mountain. It's a test of all of our skills. It's the most vert we're gonna do. It's the most descent in a day. You know, we have to use glacier navigation. We have to be roped up for glacier crossings. You know, there's crevasses that we could fall into. There's bergströms we can fall into. There's just like all these different things that, you know, this is kind of the pinnacle of everything we've been going for. And like everything, you know, we need max health, we need max rest, we need max weight. We have like all these things. So it's the culmination of everything, like all thrown into one mountain. And then, you know, subtract a day off the time that I wanted to do it in. And it's makes for a pretty challenging endeavor.
The stars were so vivid because we were up high. We had like a 270-degree view. It felt like we were in space with the stars.
It's been a long couple times since we danced all night, moving through the lights. It's been a long time.
Good morning.
So then the next morning we woke up with the sunrise, which was also super beautiful. And we packed up our gear and then we roped up out of camp. We did some crevasse rescue skills the night before after dinner. And so we roped up out of camp and crossed our first crevasse and we were on the glacier. That big of a day, my mind is blank. Sometimes I get songs stuck in my head or something like that, but my mind was just blank. It was just one foot in front of the other, check for hazards, look for crevasses, keep walking. And then when you sit down, water, food, sunscreen, sit down, stand back up, keep going. You look up to make sure you weren't walking under anything that could collapse on top of you.
This was the first time that I had really looked down into a hole in the earth that goes into darkness for who knows how long. As you're going, I mean, you're kind of following some footsteps that other people have left. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit nerve-wracking. Thankfully, you can feel the snow is firm and it's icy, and you can take your ice axe and kind of like hit it or step on it with one foot and see if it's strong or not, or hop over it. But what's going through my head is, thank God I'm tied to a rope to these 3 other people, and they are gonna save me if I were to go in, and vice versa. Documenting the trip in these situations was a little hairy. You know, knowing when for crossing crevasse to pull off my camera, look back, take some shots, while also like managing the group's speed and everything was challenging. It came with its own set of possible consequences. If something were to happen to somebody in the middle, maybe a snow bridge breaks and I have my camera out instead of my hand on my ice axe, that could be like a really big issue. So I really tried to use the best practice of staking in my ice axe, clipping onto it, which is hooked onto the rope, or me, or both, and then taking a hand off, because the situation is pretty intense up there.
So it was a pretty big battle. The last 300 vertical feet was really intense. It got super cold, so windy. It was really difficult, but we made it to the top, and Danny rode off the top, rode the whole way down. It was so cool and impressive to see him do that, because it was in pretty rugged condition at the top. So Jaime and Nick and I roped up and walked down to make sure we didn't make any mistakes up high above that big bergschrund.
Looking for the world, take her heart, move to the city. Guess I should've known right from the start. Doing what I can, falling up.
Snowboarding from the top of Rainier was insane too. That was the longest descent I'd ever done.
I've never been the one to play the part.
Danny and I did kind of hop over a crevasse or two, pretty small, just a few feet, but still, kind of nerve-wracking to do that. It actually is safer though to be doing that on a snowboard versus walking, because if you have a gap and you're on a long piece, you can bridge that gap versus stepping potentially in the middle of it and breaking through. So it's quite a bit safer to be snowboarding over, and ideally if you can hop it or air it, then you can do that, which we did. Down the descent off Rainier from the top to about 12,000 feet was pretty icy and firm and not that great. But from 12,000 feet all the way down until we hit dirt was pretty amazing snow.
Hole, crack, hole. Go right down the middle. Right here too, it looks like. But it's kind of spicy. Let's see how this goes.
got sushi at camp. We did it.
We did it! Big success.
I'm so happy we made it to the top.
Me too.
That was so cold at the top, and now it's so hot.
And so we packed up camp and ate a lot of food, dried out our boots a little bit, and then we kept descending down the Intermountain Glacier. And that was with our heavy backpacks, and it was like a 3,000 foot run of corn.
So good.
I got a new one filled with ink and ivory. If you're gonna try it.
Danny had like a backpack on the front, a backpack on the back.
I went home empty. I went home done. You are getting older. You are getting scared.
And then it was like another 2 miles on just snow to dirt, snow to dirt, snow to dirt.
The feeling of accomplishment was really, really there on this one because it's the highest elevation we'd ever been, 14,400 something.
Just like looking back that evening on the walk out and being like, wow, like rode from the top all the way down to pretty much where we stashed our shoes was really sick.
Jane's got to leave today. I'm feeling kind of bittersweet as we wrap up Rainier. Danny has to leave tomorrow because he's got a family event that he has to attend, and I've got one more mountain to do, and my climbing partner's leaving. The girls, Jaime and Amanda, don't want to go north. They want to go south and climb other mountains, so kind of on my own here. It's sad, kind of heartbreaking, but also inspiring, knowing that I get to finish this trip for myself, and I'm pretty excited about that, but you know, I'm also equally bummed that Danny and Taylor, my climbing partners, aren't there.
That was awesome.
It's good times, dude.
Yeah, good times.
Safe travels.
Yeah, we'll be in touch.
Get one more each.
You